All right, here's an interesting fact for y'all. Most Achilles tendon injuries occur in men ages 29 to 40. Now that's important for y'all viewing this channel because 83% of the people watching my channel are ages 24 to 44 years old. Now once we enter the workforce and have less time for play, they start to call us weekend warriors because we start playing soccer, basketball, and flag football in those sports on the weekends. Now I was 33 years old when I ruptured my Achilles tendon playing basketball one Saturday night. And a slant board like this Strong-Tek board in front of me was one of the recovery tools that I used after surgery. And had I known about the advantages of a slant board then, this may have been a prevention tool opposed to a recovery tool. Now I'm about to tell you a few of the benefits of adding a slant board like this to your home, backyard, or garage gym. And then I tell you exactly what I think about this particular model, and I follow it all up with a few examples of exercises that you could do with one of these. So let's go. Now, as far as you athletes out there in the workforce go, one of the best things about a slant board is that it promotes blood flow to the Achilles tendon. The Achilles tendon is the largest tendon in the body and is vulnerable to injury because of its limited blood supply. And as we age and continue to participate in high velocity sports, the chance of injuring the Achilles tendon increases because that blood flow supply decreases. So there are some major benefits to adding a slant board to your home, backyard, or garage gym. First, they improve flexibility and decrease the chance of injury and pain associated with tight posterior muscles in the lower body, which can work their way up to the upper body, helping to reduce backache, muscle cramps, and stiffness in the upper body too. Now, a lot of people think Achilles tendon when they think about a slant board, but stretching the muscles surrounding the ankle is also a great way to address plantar fasciitis. And I'll show you guys a few exercises at the end of the video that address that. So stick around. And don't forget to hit the like button if you like what I'm talking about here today. I would greatly appreciate it, but let's keep it moving. Now, if you're running and jumping around a lot doing high intensity interval training, you need to be stretching just like we used to do before the game, and slant boards are an upgrade to sticking your foot up against the wall like we used to. The ankles are a high repetition body part because of the constant flexion the feet are under during walking and running. So there's some natural inflammation even before we add any kind of sports activity. So slant boards are a good way to reduce inflammation and reduce foot fatigue and stress. All right, so far I've been talking about the health benefits, but here's one for you guys with them cankles. A slant board like this is also a good way to stretch out those muscles in the calves, helping them look a little bit leaner and longer. You could thank me in the comments. Now, I mentioned a lot of you visiting my channel being men between 24 and 44 years old. But if you or one of your family members are suffering from rheumatism or rheumatoid arthritis, a slant board is a great way to address the pain associated with those two conditions. All right, let me take a second to tell you what I think about this particular model. This is the Strong-Tek Professional Wooden Adjustable Slant Board, and you'll find it on Amazon for about 63 bucks, and I'll throw a link to it in the description in case you decide you want to get this one. Now, sometimes you'll see those foam slant boards, but those foam slant boards have a fixed degree of slantation. Did I just make some stuff up, y'all? Not the slantation. I'm rolling with it, though. The Strong-Tek board has 5 degrees of slantation, different than the undulation that's fixed on the foam kind that this board is replacing, because I used to have one of those. Yes, check out the rap that the Vern D-O-double-G is doing today. But anyway, I like that, y'all. It has 5 different degrees of slantation. And that is important because I don't know the limitations that my clients may have, and I don't just have to let them stick their foot on the edge of the board. I can actually move this up and down, giving them a greater degree of stretch during the time we're working on any particular exercise. Man, I'm wilding out with that slantation thing, but that is funny to me. This Strong-Tek slant board also has skid-resistant friction strips, so you can step all the way up on it without sliding off when performing exercises that require you to step all the way up and not just elevate the heels of your feet on this slant board. Now, this board is light, so it's easy to carry, but I still like the fact that it has these cutouts on each side of the board. because that makes it really easy for me to carry it, especially because I use this thing both inside and outside of my home. And a lot of times it's not the only thing I'm hauling to the backyard. Now this is definitely an upgrade to the foam slant board that I had years ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a like, also known as a Fonzarelli, here on my Usawa Fitness Review channel, where I not only review fitness equipment, but also use some of my 10 plus years as a personal trainer to show you how to use some of it. And if you like what I had to say here today, don't forget to give me one by hitting that Fonzarelli button. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to hit that too, so you can continue to check out videos like this in the future. Now I'm about to show you some of those exercises that you could do with this, so go ahead and stick around. But in the meantime, love and peace, everybody. Out.